Hello, Lane Science fans. We are back again, and this is going to be your video to go with your lecture for April 15th for your e-learning on Darwin's theory that species varied locally. So what Darwin noticed is even among species that live together locally in the same habitat, they still varied. They weren't the same. And for this, we need to review just a little bit, going way back to your ecology, when we did that back in like chapter 3 or 4. We need to talk about first how all organisms are going to be in competition, because this is one of the fundamental ideas behind evolution that drives it. All organisms are going to fight for basically all of the resources in their environment, everything from their food, their water, their shelter, even to mates. So one of the things that they do to avoid this competition when they live in close quarters is they will fill a different niche, or niche, or niche, or however you want to pronounce it. A niche is a really hard concept to get through for bio students because it's not really a thing, it's more of a way. A niche is like the way that you can use your environment to get your resources differently from your neighbor. So there's a couple of examples for you guys in the Google Docs videos that I created, and you're going to want to take a look at those because those are what the quiz is going to be about, and also from your book on page 452. But there's some great examples and some pictures that you can take a look at. Probably I can't think of a better example than a backyard bird feeder. So you'll notice when you put out bird food, or maybe your parents do it, or your grandma or something, you don't just put out one kind of seed. If you do that, you're usually going to get one kind of bird that can dominate and take it, and nobody else gets any. So you'll put out like a mix. You'll have some millet, you've got some thistle for the little finches and goldfinches and small birds. Then you might put out some sunflower. Your bigger birds will grab that, your cardinals. And then maybe even sometimes put out stuff like corn or peanuts in a shell, which only the biggest birds that are stronger, like blue jays, can get it, or sometimes even squirrels will come in and outcompete all the birds, and then they take all your stuff, and then that's when you go and try to figure out how to make a squirrel-resistant bird feeder, like we've tried. Basically, they're all going to have a different adaptation to allow them to use a different food source more effectively than their neighbor. And that's the gist of it. There's a couple of other examples in your book about the 2 different tortoises that he found on the Galapagos Islands. The one with the really big legs and the big neck that could get the plants that were higher up, and then the shorter, squattier guy with the short neck to get the little stuff that grows on the ground. Make sure you review all of those Google Docs and that page in your book for the quiz, and I will see you next time. Stay curious. Lane is out.